Okay, y'all, please excuse how freaking greasy my face is. Ignore that. I just wanted to do kind of another video on something I think is really, really important to talk about, okay? It is about bleeding in pregnancy. When you tell a lot of people, oh, I'm spotting or I'm bleeding, people are quick to say, oh, that's normal. Don't worry about it, whatever, right? But the thing is, unless it's a fucking doctor, do not, just don't listen to them. Just don't do it. If you want to freak out, freak the hell out and go to your doctor's office, or freak out and go to the ER, because there is no way for you or anybody else to know what the hell is going on inside of your body, okay? And for me, anytime I see blood, I'm gonna freak the hell out, because my first pregnancy, I had a miscarriage and I had no bleeding at all. And then when I'm bleeding, that was when I was having the miscarriage. So I see blood, I'm gonna be like, okay, what the hell is going on? Alright. So I'm 12 weeks and 6 days now, and when I early on I spotted once, but that was after I had sex, because sometimes after you have sex you can spot. So I think that was really the reason behind the first time. Okay, but several weeks later, after I made a trip from Atlanta to Memphis on the bus, that night I got to Memphis, I was spotting lightly. Then the next day I was spotting heavier, so I was like, okay, you know what? Freaking out. What the hell is going on? Let's see what's going on. And they basically tell me, we don't know why you're spotting, but stay off your feet. You're going to be on pelvic rest, right? So I was like, okay. But about a week or so later, I was on my feet like a hard head, and more so than I normally would have been since the last time I went to the ER. And the next day I was like freaking bleeding, like period bleeding, right? So I went to the ER again, and they diagnosed me with something called a subchorionic hemorrhage. I think I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize. But yeah, and that basically means the baby's placenta has separated from my uterus a little bit. So I'm a higher risk for miscarrying, and I'm at a higher risk for having a preemie baby. And there's some other factors added to the pregnancy now. So with that being said, if you're bleeding, don't listen to other people saying, oh, you're gonna be fine, it's nothing. No, get yourself looked out, because you never know what's going on. That's really my biggest point. And I'll have some information about subchorionic hemorrhaging in the description box and some other stuff like that. But yeah, I just don't want anybody else out there to take it lightly if they're bleeding, because yes, there are some people who bleed for a whole trimester or even their whole pregnancy who are fine and the baby's fine. But the thing is, you just never really know what's going on. So, it's just better to be safe than sorry. Because say I took it lately that I was bleeding the other morning, and if I had a job, I went back to work and was working, not knowing I'm not even supposed to be on my feet, and end up losing the baby because I didn't know what was going on with my body. Because also, they telling me, they were like, you're on bed rest for the rest of the pregnancy. You cannot go back to work, any of that stuff. So it's something pretty serious, So it's always important to figure out what's going on with your body, what's going on with the baby, because you just never really know what's going on. All right. Love y'all. If you have any comments or questions, put them down below. All right. I'll see you in the next video.